What you're about to hear involves real loss, real pain, and self-harm. If that's something that you're struggling with right now, skip this video and watch my other uploads. So earlier today, something happened at an Olive Garden that people are still struggling to process. One of the cooks had been working like normal. Nothing about him stood out. But at some point, he quickly stepped away from his station. It was so drastic that someone nearby to notice him moving in a direction he didn't usually go. Someone called out to him, maybe thinking he was grabbing something, maybe thinking he hadn't heard an order. He didn't respond. And then, before anyone fully understood what they were seeing, he leaned forward and put his head into a searing hot deep fryer. Man, that's gotta be excruciatingly painful. People reacted instantly, of course. Someone rushed toward him. Someone else grabbed him, burning themselves in the process, trying to pull him back. There was shouting then, real loud freaking shouting. But it came too late. Emergency services arrived and the restaurant shut down. I need to slow this down for a second and handle it carefully. Here's my own personal point of view that reflects on the tragedy without endorsing, encouraging, or romanticizing self-harm. Now, when I first read this story, my reaction wasn't shock. It was discomfort. Because this wasn't something that happened in a dark alley or at the edge of society. It happened in a place most of us associate with comfort, with routine, with familiarity. A restaurant people bring their families to. A job someone clocks into thinking it's just another shift. And that's what makes this news very unsettling. It's the reminder that we don't actually know what the people around us are carrying. Someone can stand next to you, work beside you, joke with you, and still be quietly unraveling. And most of the time, there's no warning sign big enough for a headline. Just small, invisible fractures that go unnoticed. What stays with me about this story isn't how it ended. It's how ordinary everything was right before it happened. Because if you're listening to this and you feel overwhelmed, stuck, numb, or hopeless, this is me saying it directly to you. You are not alone, and you do not have to carry that weight in silence. There are people who want to help you. There are people who will listen, even when you don't know how to explain what you're feeling. And if you're not struggling, check in on people. All of us have burdens, hidden problems we don't talk about, struggles we learn to keep quiet. A little patience, a little kindness. Sometimes that's enough to change the direction of a day. Because stories like this don't start with tragedy. They start quietly. Alright, if you're new here, welcome. I post every week. I draw zombie caricatures while narrating true, terrifying stories. Stories that don't just scare us, but remind us to pay attention. To each other, and to ourselves. Take care of one another. And I'll see you next time.